I'd like to start, first of all, by saying a huge thank you to Christopher. Would you please come?
Oh, sure.
So, we have the wonderful Craig of Craig Productions. Would you like to share just a little bit about what you do?
Anyway, my company, Craig Michaels Productions, I use social media and other platforms, TV, radio, print, whatever works best for the client and their audience, and I help them gain exposure in the market for their events and their businesses. And the other company, which I've owned longer, my Musical Fair Entertainment, I DJ and I book bands and a variety of different entertainment for events, and then I use my social media to promote those events, so they kind of go hand in hand.
Paula, would you like to share just a little bit about yourself and what inspired you this evening to share a bit on brand?
I'm here to talk about relationship marketing. I find that too few businesses are utilizing that, and they're missing the boat as far as the income that they could have if they would just prospect less and work with their circle of influence, the customers they have and their referral partners, and also just following up with prospects, which is most people get a pretty lousy score when it comes to follow-up. So I'm the queen of follow-up.
It's nice to follow the queen. I'm Tim Courtney with Tim Courtney Photography, and I'm from LA. And I'm now here in Palm Springs. I moved out here in August. I'm quite known as primarily as a celebrity photographer, shooting magazine covers from Vanity Fair, Vogue, and many other magazine covers. What I've learned through that experience is how to sell how an image sells and how it increases someone's business or it doesn't. And that's one of the things that I love doing, is targeting that for other business people, making sure their image and their photograph actually complements, enhances, and improves their business.
Cool. Zaino, share a little bit about your amazing current app as an example.
My name is Zaino Mizani. I am a web and app developer. Well, the app was not supposed to have a directory to make me any money or anything like that. I was trying to create a connection with all the businesses that can easy to connect with themselves, to featuring themselves, and they can get a direction or little read out about it. So you don't have to go to the page of the website to figure out what they're gonna do. Simple format, 2-second check-in what they do, contact them, send them an email, whatever you have to do, and get out. And pretty much that's what it is.
My company is called Swing Point Media, and we're a full-service media company. We market businesses from anywhere from helping them build a totally automated sales funnel, emails, video. Video is probably our passion. We started out doing video about 7 years ago, and since then we've probably made in the neighborhood of about 5,500 different videos. So that's really our passion. We kind of, I don't want to say we saw the future, but our first foray into the video market is we started a company called My City Business Review, and it's still the only one in the largest in the United States, actually in the world, that focuses just on businesses and their videos. So we notice now there's a massive trend to live video. We've started to see a lot of movement towards that, but again, our business is really a full-service marketing company.
The concept of what we're doing with Meet, Mingle, and Mindset is helping people understand a little bit differently about how you apply different mindsets throughout your business. So last week we talked about health, and we talked all the different arrays of health. This week, as we said, we'll talk about branding and how we look at it. And I think one of the biggest things that people forget is the brand that is you. The brand that is you as opposed to the business, but of course we've got to remember all of them. So Tim Ferriss said a great quote, "Personal branding is about managing your name even if you don't own a business in a world of misinformation, disinformation, and semi-permanent Google records, going on a date, for example." So chances are that your date might even have Googled you. Going for a new job interview, chances are your employer might have already Googled you or checked you out on Facebook. You need to recognize when you are communicating with everybody, what does that look like? And how is that communication coming across? So key message in there is really about creating the avatar, paying attention to who is your customer, what do they look like, where do they shop, what do they typically do, trying to put yourself in their shoes, get into their head, and what does that message look like, but making sure whatever the message is that's going across the different styles of social media, that it's still a consistent message. Again, it's about what's the presence of your message and how can you bring that message around. And don't, again, the key thing, I think Tim would probably follow up on this one with me, if you don't mind. Nobody needs to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. If this is something you want to do and you're thinking about, oh, am I prepared to put myself out there as a live feed? Do you know what? Practice at home, literally in front of your mirror or of that ilk.
Informative. I learned a lot. Thank you.
Good. Great. Well, as Jeff Bezos said, your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. So everybody will be your Regan and everybody else right now. So I just have to say a huge thank you to all of you. I hope there was at least one piece of information in there that you've taken away. I know for me there was definitely a couple that I didn't know. And a big thank you again to Jeff, to Zeno, to Tim, to Paula, and to Craig for their time.
Thank
So,
you.
feel free to mingle. Thank you guys.